Hello, my name is Crystal, and I am the CEO and founder of Servant Slay. Servant Slay is an apparel line that focuses on cultural empowerment with an attitude. That is evident of our logo, which you can see here on one of the tees that I have here on our Hustle t-shirt, which is reflective of our signature lipstick and snarling smile, which reflects not only the woman empowerment, but also done with an attitude. Which does directly reflect that of the owner, I must say so myself. So, Seven Slay Apparel focuses on not only just graphic tees, but hoodies, long sleeve t shirts, um, tank tops, also crop top tees, anything that can be worn by a man, a woman, or a child. We wanted to focus on apparel that could be worn by an entire family or a specific individual, but not excluding any one of the sorts. So, within our apparel line, we also felt like it was important that our message of empowerment with an attitude was something that we would directly focus on with every piece of item that we actually create and release out. So not only that, but it was important for myself to make sure that the mission statement, which is serve your purpose, slay your doubters, hence the name Servant Slay, um, was something that not only did we speak about, but we walked within our means in anything that we do for this company. So the slay your doubters portion of it, that is a direct message that is reflective of my life since I've been 17. I've been a mother, and now I have been blessed with being a mother of two children. But at the age of 17, I gave birth to my daughter. And I was always told by various people um, that my daughter and myself would only be another number in the statistics, given that I am an unwed mother at a young age, that the amount of success that I would really be able to attain would actually be binded to only those that were right in front of me. By the grace of God, I was actually always notified and always told and always kept in high spirits by my mother, who always told me that you never give in to what the image that other people set for you or the standards that other people set for you. And that's something that's always stuck with me, and it's something that guides me and guides our team when we're discussing the endless possibilities of Servant Slay. So that's the slay your doubters, because I've never ever wanted to be considered the underdog. I've never instilled that in my children. I never instilled this in this company, regardless of how long we've been doing business, over a year or 15 years or 6 months or one day. We will not be considered the underdogs. We will be considered the overachievers. So that is something that not only myself but my partner as well continues to strive and continue to pump in this company, that there are no ends to where this company and our growth and our reach can actually ascertain to. The serve your purpose part. Uh, we are big on community. We're big on developing and putting our hands or our boots to the ground, our hands in the mud with our community between Indianapolis and Louisville. We are, our home office is based in Indianapolis. However, we also stretch down to 65 South and include Louisville, where my partner is also currently residing in. But it is important to me that Servant Slay has roots within our community. And that is directly reflective of the actions that we've taken since our inception, which would include us adopting families for Christmas and partnering with our nonprofit organization, ABH Foundation, as well as our most recent event, which is sponsoring Convicted to Change Water Extravaganza for Stop Your Youth, while also donating 13 backpacks for our first annual backpack donation. These are all small things to bigger organizations, but they're huge for two individuals that are running a company such as ourselves, which is everything is in-house. It's just myself and my partner. So two Black entrepreneurs that are out trying to make a difference while also focusing on what our brand is. Our brand is serve your purpose, slay your doubters. Again, it's reflective in our empowerment of our messages. It's in every aspect of it, in every design, in every action that's taking. We discuss that so that we can understand that between the two of us, we are growing something that one day we hope is to be so much more bigger than what I could have ever imagined over a year ago as I'm sitting on a mattress in my apartment on the floor trying to determine how can I take images that I had seen because I'm a huge graphic t-shirt person. I always have been. Even as a child, I've always wanted the message of whatever I'm thinking, and then whatever, for whatever reason, maybe I couldn't say that out loud because of my age, because of parentals, whatever the case may be, but I wanted someone to understand it just exactly what was going on in my head. So I always wanted those shirts to be reflective of that, my mood, my personality. So developing into Crystal, the young lady, the young woman, and now the entrepreneur, I didn't see messages that directly reflected exactly or close enough to what I was trying to say. So that day that I decided to sit down and actually put the blueprint down to what Servant Slay currently is, I wanted to take 20 different images, 20 different designs, and really flip them on their head and design in different fonts, styles, messages, images. And for the next 3 months, that was the craft that I wanted to hone in on because I wanted to have those shirts make a difference. I wanted those shirts to show empowerment. I wanted them to show growth. I wanted them to show pride as a Black individual, as a Black woman. I wanted those to show someone that I want others to be prideful in what they're wearing. So for the next 3 months, I literally sat every single day, having an 8 to 5 and rotating shift just like everyone else does. I would come home and give 6, 7, 8 more hours out of my day because I wanted this passion to grow. I wanted to be successful in what I was in. I wanted to do my research and understand what the industry looked like and what the growth potential could be and what the downfall could be, quite honestly. What is the earning potential? What's the earning loss? What's the money to go in there? But also with that, it was important for me to recognize that not only am I trying to grow a potential empire, but I also need to understand where the help is needed. What are my areas of strength? What are my areas of opportunities? And lucky enough, I was able to discuss with someone who believed in my dream, believed in where this company could go at, and wanted to be a part of it from the foundation and moving up. And that's where my partner came in at, who has a different insight, a different passion and goal-oriented strength that only mimicked my energy, but also was very unique in its own way. So the two of us in-house create all of our images, create our designs, create our promotions. We move forward with it. And again, I state, and I'm very proudly, two Black entrepreneurs that are really wanting to move forward and grow this into something that was much bigger than just a simple graphic t-shirt line. Not only that, when we speak about empowerment, it was important to the both of us and really important to me as a Black woman that the first photo shoot rollout that we had reflected that type of empowerment and reflected Black women of different sizes, different shapes, different colors, holding each other's crown and showing what their own unique beauty brings to in front of a camera. So when we rolled out our first photo shoot, we did feature 3 young ladies that to this day has been one of our most popular photo shoots. 3 young ladies of different backgrounds that when I say could have never I couldn't imagine how the final images came out would look. They took what I had and times it by 10. And it was so empowering just to see that, and to see how the motion of the art of the shirts is coming to life right before our eyes. It was such a beautiful thing, and it only grew from there. We've had Mr. Carr in Hawaii, who has done a fabulous job about giving our audience just one more perspective on woman empowerment and what beauty looks like, and the shade of beauty, and the different types of variants in melanin that we feature. But also with that, we have our gentlemen, our men's line that also is shown throughout our many different images, mostly on Instagram and Facebook. But not just isolating it to men and women. We've had children in our fall shoots, things like that, where something where we can create for an entire family or a specific individual. We didn't want to isolate anyone. Specifically, we have different sizes and shapes and colors and genres and genders and things like that. Everything that makes up who we are as Servant Slay, which I could not be more proud of. So as we continue to grow and develop, I only foresee us to get bigger and better. And never in my wildest dreams, in the over a year we've been in business, could I imagine that we've been where we've been at. Almost so to diving into our new field of business adventure would be our Servant Slay photography. That's being headed up by our vice president, and other adventures that we're continuing to grow with the in the near future, with our inception of our nonprofit getting off the ground. So there's so many different things that goes into Servant Slay, Serve Your Purpose, Slay Your Doubters. It's not just a message of apparel that we are selling, but it's also a lifestyle that we have. Not only that, which we try to focus on also with our Servant Slay Life YouTube video, which focuses on artists of different classifications, different backgrounds, some of those individuals that you may never hear about on your radio, things like that, local artists, African American comic book artists, R&B artists, our local activists in our communities, nonprofit founders, things like that. These individuals that are unsung heroes or unsigned artists that are really out there making a difference within their local area, that just need that focus on them, that spotlight on them and what their craft is. No different from what Servant Slay has been striving to do for over a year now, to focus in how can we get that spotlight on the next star, on that next individual that could make a difference. Who knows? Some of these people could be the next Grammy artist, the next artist featured in a huge publicized artistic measurement. Our next nonprofit could be our next mayor, or whoever, however it may be. The ends or the means of this has no stopping point, and neither does Servant Slay. So, to be the owner of something that started with me simply sitting on a mattress in my apartment to now being, seeing shirts all the way in Hawaii, seeing shirts in Europe, seeing individuals that are clicking in Africa for the website, things like that. I mean, to say that this dream is even a tenth of what I imagined would be an understatement. To be a Black woman that is an entrepreneur, and seeing life in motion, and art in motion, I should say, is an understatement. To be able to network and outreach and, assist in different, nonprofits, individuals, just everybody that we've met based upon Servant Slay. I mean, it's a dream come true that I hope I just continue and we continue to develop and grow within. So, this life of graphic t-shirts is my passion. It's something that I go to sleep and wake up, and I eat, drink, and sleep this lifestyle. We eat, drink, and sleep this lifestyle. This isn't a hobby. It is a life. It is something that we invest in blood, sweat, and tears. There's been plenty of times that as an entrepreneur, you second guess yourself and what your calling is. And all I can do is rest upon my faith and say, you know what? God would have put this idea and these motions in my hands had he not trusted me to see it through. And he wouldn't put a partner in front of me if he didn't trust to see us through. So I am buckled up and helmet on for this roller coaster ride called life and entrepreneurship. And if nothing else, I hope that you understand and get the presence of what Servant Slay is all about. It's about cultural empowerment with attitude. It's about women empowerment. It's about society empowerment. It's about us as a culture. It's us as a community. It's us as a people. It's about how can we do better, see better, understand better. It's about serving your purpose and slaying your doubters. Thank you.